Hey everybody, good morning. My name is Dana Moore and today's Tipster Tuesday. So I don't know about you, but sometimes our schedules and our lives get a little bit derailed, and our kids have the influenza. So it's been a rough couple days, 5 days, going on 5 days now to be exact, and our youngest one just got hit hard. So I'm going to make today quick because he's very needy. He fell asleep, which is great, so I can be on with you, but I am going to need to kind of drop everything in my schedule today and just sit on the couch with my baby. But that is the beautiful thing about doing doTERRA full-time, is that we get to be flexible with our schedules, right? So that's okay. So just something to keep in mind. I guess it's like the glass half full kind of mentality, because it could be worse. I could have to go to work or call off work or something today to be able to be with him. And instead I get to put my sweatpants on and curl up on the couch. So I am thankful for that. And we've got, of course, all of our good tools to get through it. So we're doing okay. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to chat about, we've been talking a lot about placement strategy. And I love strategy. You guys know that about me. That's kind of one of my top 5 strengths is strategy. But I think sometimes we can overthink strategy or think strategy too much, that we aren't thinking about people. Okay, so today my strategy topic is what's love got to do with it. And I just want to kind of talk about the heart behind strategy and the reason we think about things the way that we do, because we're talking about real people and real lives. And so it's not just a numbers game. It's not just a puzzle that we can put together. It's not just something that we can kind of manage and click and make it work for us. This is a relationship business, right? So these are real people with real lives, and they're in our lives. And the number one goal in my organization with my people is to have great relationships. Okay. Now, that being said, relationships always work both ways. So you could have such a bleeding heart for relationships, but it's a two-way thing. And so you can't win them all. And that's okay. You got to let that go. But I just want to talk about a few things with you. So, everything I do, I think about strategy. Okay. So I strategically bring people into my business, strategically enroll, strategically in place, strategically mentor, strategically invest time into. But all that being said, strategy is not the same thing as like not being genuine or authentic. It's just thinking about it in a way that maximizes your time, energy, and effort, and being smart about it. Okay. So sometimes I think that people will think that strategy is like, well, that's just a strategy. It's just strategic. So it's kind of like it's a trick and a trap, and it's not that at all. I would say that the number one thing that is really necessary to be in this type of industry and leading people is that love is your plumb line. And so I kind of have to line up my thoughts, decisions, actions, and processes with the banner of love. Okay. So let me explain what I mean by that. Lots of things. Strategically, I want to bring really good people into my business. Okay. I want to bring people in my business that I respect, that I admire, that I want to lay on the beach with, that are going to cause me to skill up in my own life and my own ambitions, that are going to kind of sharpen me. And I use that as my plumb line for when I'm trying to recruit somebody. Man, I would love to be in business with them. They would be amazing. Love is my plumb line for that. Okay. Not what's in it for me, like not how like, oh, if they were in my business would take off. I could just enroll that hospital. Everything would be amazing and they would blow it up and I won't have to do anything. That's not really a banner of love, okay? My thought is, how can we partner to make each other better to run this race of life together? Those are the kind of people I'm looking for. So if you're thinking right now, like, who would that be? Just make a list of like 3 people. I have one person particularly I'm kind of building a relationship right now, and I would love for her to be in my business. I watch her, I admire her on social media, I admire her as a mom. She's open about her struggles. She's very professional. She's top notch. She's ambitious in so many ways, and I would love to partner with her, but I need to know what she wants in her life, right? I need to know what's going to be good for her. And at this point, she's just kind of dating oils. That's all she's doing. She's piddling around with oils. So that's as far as we've gotten so far, and that's okay. But my banner, my overall thing is I need to love her. I need to spend time with her. We need to cultivate relationship and see where it goes from there. So I'm going to use love as my plumb line for when I'm recruiting builders to my business. Okay. When it comes to placements, I want you to think in terms of love as well. Okay. So for example, you place somebody and you have a weak hole in your organization. You're like, if I could just put them there, I would hit silver. That would be an ideal spot. And I just have to think through things in a way of like, what is best for that person? What is best for this new enrollment? Where are they going to grow the best? Okay, so I have to put love on the table for them, for their doTERRA journey, for their health and wellness goals, for maybe their builder goals, I don't know. And think where's going to be the best place to put them so that they're going to thrive and grow the absolute best, okay? And that might not be where I want to put them. That might not be where it's going to benefit me the most. It might be in a better spot. And that's the kind of strategy that I think through when I'm placing somebody is where is it going to be best for them? And in the long term, that's best for everybody. Okay, so we have to oftentimes sacrifice short-term goals for the long-term vision of where people are going to grow best. And love is a sacrifice, isn't it? It totally is in so many ways. I'm going to be sacrificing everything I want to do today to be on the couch with my sick kids because I love them, right? So I have to sacrifice all my plans, which we had loads of plans today, but sacrificing those because of love. And so we have to do that. And I think we can get caught up in so many things in doTERRA. We can get caught up in ranking fast. We can get caught up in winning incentives. We can get caught up in building, we can get caught up in getting paid quickly. And I know that we need money. I mean, you guys know our story, or you should know our story. If not, we'll get on and tell it someday. But we've come from bankruptcy. So we understand like financial ruin, and we understand like a desperate feeling. But those things can't translate into your business. And so strategically, you got to sort those things out in your own heart so that they're not pushing out into your business and causing you to operate out of a spirit of anything but love. Okay. Now I know you're thinking, well, what about the wellness customer or a wholesale customer? I could enroll them as a wholesale customer and then move them. Sure, that's a strategy, and that might be something you want to play with. And so it might be best to put someone somewhere and then move them later. That's definitely a strategy you can play with. But what I want to say is your motives should be motives of love. Okay, your motives, you want to come from a place of what is best for other people. Okay, and I kind of use this as my overall arching blanket with everything that I do. Am I coming from a place of love? Is my heart in a place where it wants the best for other people over what is best for me? And those types of things are just so helpful to me, because then at the end of the day, when we are navigating this huge business with loads of relationships and so many moving parts, I can go to bed with that internal integrity of like, no, I operated out of love. Like my heart in it was right. I checked every box there before I acted on things. And that's going to be really important. So it's Valentine's Day week or whatever. I just thought love is such a great theme, and we think about love in such a romantic way. But love as a leader is such a self-sacrificing, serving type of thing, okay? And so servant leadership is something that I think that will trump strategy every day. It'll trump a lot of things, okay? Because when you are willing to lay down your life for people, when you're willing to put your own needs and things before or after theirs, what happens is you build this culture of trust, and that is going to be the thing that grows your business the fastest, okay? So I hope my thoughts were clear today. I feel like with lack of sleep, I'm not actually sure if they were, but let me just say that one of the things you have to keep in mind is that culture trumps strategy every day. Okay. So I can take that word strategy and put that into everything I do. That's kind of how I think. But the culture of what you cultivate within your team and the way that you operate, that's going to be better than if you have brilliant placement strategy and the comp plan inside and out. It's going to be better. And so what I noticed about everyone who tunes in is the strategy videos that we record have 2 to 3 times more views than the video, for example, on how to empower leaders. And I thought, that's interesting, because I think sometimes how we think, and I don't know if I'm, maybe touching a nerve on some of you, but is we want an answer, we want a strategy, we want A plus B equals C, and it doesn't always work like that. We need to be able to develop people. We need to be able to develop ourselves. We need to be able to see the relationship that intertwines through the actual A plus B equals C, okay? Because it's just not that simple. So I would encourage you to go back and watch the video on how to empower people, how to empower leaders, because that's going to be a key part. And if you love strategy, that's a huge strategy. Nothing will grow your team as fast as the culture of trust and relationship, and that comes down to love. Do they know you love them? Do you operate out of love? Do you do things that are best for them or best for you? And people are going to read that, they're going to know that in you, and they're going to follow you if you are a person who operates out of love and integrity, in that place of like, I'll sacrifice for you. I know that I need this here, but I'm going to give this to you because this makes more sense. Or I know that I need this here, but you're going to grow best here, and that's where I want you to be. And if we can do that in our business, I promise you it's going to come back to you tenfold with so much more abundance, because you just have a hand that is giving. You have a hand that's open and that you're able to release, and a hand that's open, able to release, is also able to receive. But a tight fist, somebody that's holding things into themselves, also can't receive. And so that's something just to think about. And in the spirit of having over 10,000 viewers, which is fun, and because it is Valentine's week, I have a giveaway. So we have an extra one of these. We got, when Nate and I went to the Blue and Presidential Diamond retreat, they gave us this beautiful box, this wooden, like, little cute desk thing, with full of good product. And so I'm going to send this out to you guys. If you want to be entered in to win this, tag 3 people that need to hear about love today in their business. And if you can tag 3 people, or add them to the page and tag them, either way, whatever works, I'll enter you in to win this, and we'll get it sent out to you this week. It's really beautiful. It's a solid block of wood, and there's 4 oils and On Guard Plus. Who doesn't need those right now? This is really important. No, this is not important. This message is important. This is not important, but I'm going to send it to you anyway. Okay. Love you guys. Really, truly. I actually got off the couch, put on makeup, and got dressed to do this call. So I really do love you. I love talking about strategy. I love tips and tricks. I love Tipster Tuesday. But I want you to know that we can tip and trick and think and do those things all day long. But if your foundation isn't built upon love for your team, you're not going to go very far. Okay? So hopefully that helps. Go back and watch how to empower leaders. If you need to skill up in that way, you will definitely not regret growing yourself in that way. Okay, guys? All right. Have a happy week. Happy Valentine's Day. And think of me on the couch with my sick kids. Love you guys.